gaan ze in beeld.
Ja, dat knip ik wel uit.
Good afternoon.
Hallo.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome all
Thank you.
to our annual meeting. Yeah, welcome. So we're going to discuss some things today. Our main focus is going to be choosing a new project manager. We're in need of one because currently we're failing to, not failing. We're just running into difficulties reaching up to deadlines that we as a company have been given.
Yeah.
So I think that we should hire a new project manager, which is what we're going to do today. And if you all did your homework, everyone has someone they would like to see fit in this company. So yeah, let's start. Alright, we all know what we need inside a project manager. And yeah, first what's up to you, Jamie?
Well, I think it is the perfect manager for our project. His name is Kazuo. He's a Japanese guy, and I think he has a lot of multiculti. He has a lot of experience in managing multicultural groups, and he's a hardworking guy. He is democratic, so everyone has a voice in the project, and he thinks everyone is important and everyone is even. He is loyal to the company. He wants to do everything to achieve objective and goals. He thinks that's the most important, and he wants to ensure each person understands all the goals of the project. What's also I think is very important too, that everyone understands each other and everyone knows what to do.
Yeah, so you'll be like great guidance inside the team.
Yes. And he also wants everyone to share in decision making. So also what I said, he's very democratic. He thinks the company is more important than the individual. Also, I think it's very important for our project, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, so he's the kind of person that thinks for the company.
Yes.
He doesn't think for his own goals, he just thinks for the company's
He's just
goals.
focused on the company, and he thinks that's the way to do the best and have the best results for the company. He has many meetings, and all the meetings don't have a time limit, so everyone has to say, and it's not just that he says from 10 minutes and everyone has to go. No, everyone has a voice, and everyone can talk in the meeting.
Yes, he'll take the time to set up a great meeting and actually come up with a result, and not just sit inside there because you have to.
Yes. I think that's very important for our meetings, because our meetings are good, definitely can improve, and he does not permit disagreement. So he wants he wants a good harmony all the time for everyone, and he wants everyone to agree, so we all have the same idea of what we want to do in the project. He discusses all the aims with the team, so if we are aiming for something else, he first wants to discuss it with every project member. He set realistic targets. Of course, we didn't meet the deadlines this time, and we definitely have to improve. So our goals have to be realistic. I think that's very important. He works 6 days a week. I think that's very important because if we want to get the deadline done, we definitely have to have a lot of work. He has a lot of managing to do, and he expects the workers to also work 6 days a week.
Can I interrupt you right there?
Yeah, sure.
The motivation is already very bad at the employers. If they have to work 2 days more or 1 day more in a week, the motivation is getting worse actually. So don't you think that will be a problem?
I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I think that he has a lot of his points in being democratic and good harmony in all the people. I think that will improve the motivation.
So you think he can bring the team together and and lift up the motivation
Yes.
for every project member.
And I think we can, if we do that and the motivation gets better and the harmony in the company will get better, I think the workers can work 6 days a week, and I think we will definitely get the deadline. We'll get everything done before deadline.
All right. Let's get back to that later.
Yes.
Let's compare it to the other project managers that we might be interested in. Let's head over to you, Niels. Who did you choose?
Yeah, I think Eduardo is the perfect manager. Eduardo is a people person. He's friendly, loyal, and extrovert. He makes sure that the staff really enjoys coming to work. I think it's very important that everyone comes with a good and positive feeling to work. That's crucial. Eduardo holds a lot of team meetings, formal and informal. It's very important that we properly evaluate how things are going at the organization. He thinks communication is key. He always tries to get everyone before we make any decision. It's time consuming, but that's his style. It's very important that everyone agrees, even though it takes a lot of time, because everyone is working at the organization, so they have a voice. He doesn't set goals. He talks to the staff, and we agree on what goals they must achieve. Goals always have to be achieved. So I think adjusted. Sorry. So I think we should discuss them with the staff at the time. He's very good at sorting out staff problems. Problems is a big issue in this organization, and the group atmosphere is very important also in this organization. Dealing with international staff is no problem, because with everyone within the organization is important regardless of nationality. He don't have to have a staff meeting too often. He wants to check. He always checks all the people working at the organization. Once a year, he wants to have
He checks with the staff every week.
Yes, exactly.
So just like in a formal way.
His strengths are his organization. He's a good listener. I hear from employees that they really like that. He's also a good listener. He has a warm personality. He's understanding, and that's very important to be liked by his team.
Okay.
So he'll likely lift the spirits up more or less than he's gonna lift the spirits up of the team. And
exactly.
Since he has a lot of experience, like you said, in international business, and he knows how to talk with people.
Yes.
That's kind of what kind of person Eduardo is.
Well,
Just
I definitely think it's a good point that the staff appraisal interviews, I think once a year is not enough for the interviews, but he checks with all staff each week to see if everything's okay.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
Yeah, but I think it's like not a proper way to do that. Like we've already talked about in a conversation with your employee, real quick, like, hey, what's up, how are you doing? The person that you're talking with is very likely to say, yeah, I'm fine, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. But doesn't really mean it, and you don't really get to know very well if that's true or not, or if there's maybe something else. So I think that's not good enough.
But I think by doing that, checking the staff every week, I think he really gets to know the employees. And I think it's also a good point.
Yeah, it's not official, but he really talks to them 1v1. So I think
it's also good for the harmony in the company.
Let's move up to the next.
I have one point for
yeah,
Eduardo.
sure.
I think he's a very kind guy, but I don't think that he is a leader. I don't think that the deadlines will be on time. And, well, if you look in his resume, all the points are that he is nice, that he is a kind guy, but well, I don't think that the work will be high quality.
Yeah, but he also says to me, I don't set goals. I talk to staff and we agree on what goals they must achieve. So they talk with each other, and that's how they set deadlines.
Okay.
We're already having a lot of problems getting towards those deadlines. So I think someone that's kind of, in as far as I can tell for now, that's kind of like, yeah, we'll get the goals. It's alright.
Yeah.
But that's not really the kind of person we need right now. But let's get back to that after we discuss the other target,
Yes.
the other, not the other targets, the other potential employees or project managers. You, Sander?
Well, I think that. Can I have your resume?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that Martina will be a good project manager because the motivation in the team is very low. Well, motivation is the key to success. When people are motivated, they work harder, they do a better job, and the team spirit is higher. The only question is, how do you get people motivated? Well, with a bonus system. That's what Martina says. Because everybody is motivated by money. So, well, I think that's a very good point from her. Also, she deliberates often with the team. Then she sets goals, and after that, she checks if everybody is doing the right job. Do you want to say something?
No, go.
Well, because she can also negotiate about the goals. The motivation from the employee is higher, so the work will be better. The staff appraisal interviews. Well, for her it's very simple. She don't want to do it. Well, not formal, informal at a coffee machine, for example, because she thinks it's a waste of time, and I also think that actually. And she just get the job done. So, well, I think that it should be Martina.
All right. It was clear.
Can I say a point? She wants to have the best motivation in the company.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. She thinks the interviews are once a week are a waste of time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that helps the motivation. Well, she thinks the motivation is the most important thing.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of.
she only wants
yeah.
once a year an interview, and I think it's kind of the opposite of the what she wants with the motivation.
Yeah, okay, but she speaks with everybody, not formal, but more informal. Like I said, at the coffee machine or just in breaks. Well, yeah, I think that's enough.
All right. Let's discuss our final potential project manager. I've chosen Ruth.
Why?
Ruth is a sales manager in Central Europe. She seems to be a very sociable, strong, and confident woman.
Okay.
But she has a lot of expectations of co-workers. So she expects a lot from the other people around her that she's working with. She likes to give out clear instructions, so everyone knows exactly what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and when they're going to do it. Also, she will set a clear goal for everyone, which I think is very important for the current situation of our company. Deadlines are something that she really wants to, she wants to get them done. She doesn't want to disappoint. She makes sure that everyone's doing their job correctly in the way that her instructions are interpreted correctly. But also she likes to listen to the co-workers around her. She thinks it's a good way, especially inside a multicultural company in which we are working, of course. But it's important that you get to know your co-workers and that you make sure they got the correct instructions and that they exactly know what's important right now. She thinks that the staff appraisal interview should be held every 3 months, and of course discuss the team's weaknesses and strengths. As she says, her personal strengths are leadership and achieving the targets. So once again, it's going to be really important for us during this period of time inside the company. Her personality is kind of like a workaholic. I'm sorry, a workaholic that's tough, fair, and ambitious. She likes new challenges as well. So yeah, that's why I see her fit for this job as a project manager.
But like you said, Ruth is a workaholic, but don't you think that she works too hard and that she maybe can get a burnout or something?
Yeah, I get the concern, I understand it, but I think right now, during the current situation, it's more important for us to reach the goals.
Okay.
But of course, keep tabs on everyone that works here to know if they're doing okay
Yeah,
outside
okay.
of the jobs as well.
Okay.
So there should be a time and place for everything when it comes to that.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I think the manager I choose was also a hard worker, and he works 6 days and maybe sometimes even 7 days a week. But he's not really a leader. He's kind of quiet, but he's really focused on the results. And I think Ruth really does have all the points for our company to reach deadlines, because we are only focused to reach deadlines now.
Exactly.
And she's really focused. She's a hard worker. She also is in leadership. She is really good in managers. She has the experience. I think she has all the points we are looking for.
Yeah, but I would love to see Eduardo at this position, because communication and positive atmosphere is crucial in an organization like this. But if I see Ruth, she has some good arguments, leadership, that's very important. So I could see her also here.
Alright, I think it's kind of the only concern we've got with Ruth is because the motivation right now in the company isn't that. I think that's what you wanted to say as well. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I think that's something that's the only point of with Ruth where I personally I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but I just think that currently the priority is to reach our targets as a company.
Well, we could say to her that she uses a bonus system to motivate the team. The one who work better get.
Yeah, you mean
get
that Ruth uses?
We can say to her.
Yeah, we can combine some points with some other things and choose Ruth.
Yeah, so we'll take the best points that Martina suggested and that Eduardo has suggested, for example. Give those instructions to Ruth. So we'll tell her to maybe work with a bonus system to keep up the motivation. And I think that might work.
Yeah, okay.
So if I'm correct, everyone agrees on choosing Ruth as our new project manager?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah? Alright. Thank you, everyone. I think we've come to a conclusion right now.
Yes, it was a nice conversation. And
Yes. Alright, looking forward towards this.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
De eerste keer zat toch?